Alright gang, welcome back to Breaking Point 2. This is our episode 3. I'm not going to make any promises of how many races we're going to get through today. Because last time out I wanted to get 3 done. We only got 2. So I'm not going to make any more of those promises. Let's just play and see how we crack on today. We're going to go to the next chapter. Remembering last time out that we were at the Japanese Grand Prix. And that we had to, our pit, we got a tire missing in the pits, and it took ages for it to come out. We had to get back out and re-beat everyone and overtake Devon, and we beat Devon right just on that last lap again. So it seems to be always just on the last lap at the moment. But let's go to the next chapter and see what it's about.
You saw it, right? The pit stop? How am I supposed to deal with that? I know. I want a chance to prove what I can do, though. In a top-tier seat. I deserve it. I've heard there might be interest. I can't stay here. Okay. Well, what would you do?
So, what advice did you give him?
Well, I told him to try to stay calm, see out the season, and then go to the final team meeting. See if that changed his mind.
And where were you at this point?
Oh, I was busy getting Callie ready for the final race of the F2 season.
All right, so it looks like we're going to the final. We're going to Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. Tough track to drive on, especially in an F2 car. This is going to be interesting. Let's hope I don't crash off in this. All right, so let's check the news. Can Callie do it? All eyes on Maya in the world of motorsport, being only the second female driver after Tatiana Calderon. All right, let's take this from Evelyn.
I know why you're calling, but make it quick because I have to keep my head in the game.
Of course, darling, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't call to wish you luck.
Thanks, Mum, but luck really won't do anything. I need a clean strategy and just to keep my head, that's all.
Look, which you do, and you will. Just breathe, Cal, okay? You've already put the work in. Now all you need to do is get out there and do what you always do. Yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Who knows? If you bring this one home, I may even call your father to gloat a little.
Mum, not now.
Oh, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a bit.
I know. You'll be watching, right?
Just try and stop me. Race fast, honey.
Race fast. No, I think I'll race slow, thanks. All right, so Callie with all to do in the final race to win the championship. Right, so we've got that to look forward to. Sergeant to fly, the Stars and Stripes and F1 next year. So it looks like it's got some. So this is the 22 years. So this is last year, right? So these are all the these are all the articles that are built up ready to go for 23 season, which is current, right? And this is actually a thing. So Latifi got replaced by Sargent this year, so yeah, pretty cool to see that they're actually putting in stuff that's actually happening in the future. That's just right, so pretty cool. I like it. Vettel waves goodbye because Vettel's last season last year. Alonso moving to Aston Martin in his place. Piastri taking the seat of Daniel Ricciardo. And Gasly moving to, to Alpine. That's it. I got it there at the end. Right, so we got some stuff here. People are saying things. Oh, very good, right. And emails, right. So, what do we got here? To the best team I've ever worked with. All that hard work, all those sleepless nights have led to today. I just want to say that you are one of the greatest drivers I've ever worked with. Well, that's really nice. And Caspar, to every act of your life as if it were your last. Okay, Marcus Aurelius. Now get out there and show them who's boss. All right. I didn't know we were channeling our inner gladiator here. Let's go to the race and see how we go today.
The final race of the season now well underway here in Abu Dhabi. A few different drivers in contention for the F2 Championship. But here's the favourite, Callie Mayer.
She's been so consistent this season, so fast. My money's on Mayer for the championship, no question.
If she can finish high enough, the title belongs to her.
All right, so here we go. Primary objective, finish on the podium.
It's looking good, Callie. Come on, a podium should clinch this for us.
Oh, there we go.
Then podium it is.
All right, is that both objectives, or is it a primary and an objective and a objective and a bonus still? Okay, bonus finish first. We are 9th. Holy crap! Looks like our first victim here is Boshang. Not good through there. No, we lost the DRS. Damn it. Yuri Vips. Ah, that was terrible from us. We're still in it though, not too bad. We have to be pinpoint perfect on every corner from here on out. We can't afford to have any more hiccups like that. And it was just literally getting the car unsettled on just a little bump on the corner. Alright, we need to be on Boshang.
Car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
We need to be on him now. We need to be already past him, basically.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.6 seconds.
That's lovely. We'll get the DRS too. He just left the door wide open for us. Right. We've got to power down this straight now. We've got to get after Hughes. 3.2 seconds behind. That's a long way behind. Heavy under the brakes. This is where we don't want to hit those curbs. Nice exit so we can get on the power nice and early. All right, we've got to get that gap down to at least 2 seconds by the end of this lap. We are a long way off the 8 ball here. But this track has a lot of slower corners, which generally means that the AI gets better traction out of them. Even with this year's updated handling model, the AI will definitely have better traction out of the corners still. Where we will make it up is in this last sector with these blowing corners and under brakes. Alright, where are we up to? Alright, is that Deruvler in the pits? So there's a position already. And we're already into 1.7 behind Hughes. So that's... We needed to kind of be on Hughes on this back straight though. It's kind of sucky. We needed to be 1 second behind so we can get the DRS down this back straight. So that kind of sucks. Damn it. Alright, it is what it is. Let's see how we go. We need to be on them by the back end of this lap. Come on, Ham. You got to be perfect through here. Yeah, just see. Look at the traction they get out of there. And they're off again. All right, here we go. This is where we can make up a bit of time through this sector. We're down to 1.3 behind. All the while, our tyres are screaming at us because we're absolutely ringing them. Nice, we're within a second now. All right, let's go. We won't get Hughes on this corner, which sucks, but Easy on the power. No wheel spin. Get the apex nicely. Pick up the speed early. Get the draft. We might be able to get Hughes under brakes here. Yep. It's alright, we should get an alright run still. Damn it. Not what we want to be doing. Nice, well done, Ham. Good bounce back there. We'll get DRS out of here as well. Let's go. Let's see if we can get Bestie going into this corner down here. And we're getting close to our primary objective. Looks like we got another back marker there, getting in the way. Right, nice, up there on Vips, on Vista, or Vesti, onto Porsche now. Then we've got Fittipaldi left to get our primary objective done, and everything from there is a bonus. Well, the bonuses get first, but for me, I reckon we'll be lucky if we can get on the podium at this rate.
So we're leading our teammate by 11.6 seconds.
Almost threw the car around then too. Really got to be careful now. The tyres are starting to scream at me. Let's see if we can be better under brakes here. It's much better.
Okay, good work.
Get the elbows out. Here we go. We've got 1.5 laps to see how we can get onto the front of the grid here. These two are battling it out. Come on, Am. Nice. Come on, look how far ahead. Who is that right up there? They look so far away. Too far away for us, I reckon. Sargent's gone way too wide there. We're going to put it up the inside, which sets us up nicely for this corner here and puts us on to our primary objective. Here we go. We've got to get out the Dragovic and Fittipaldi here now. Traditionally, our best section's just here. Make sure I straighten the car up properly that time.
Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
And we squeeze it up the inside. We lick it and send it. Oh, hey. On the back of Dragovic, we've got a chance here to steal first, as long as we keep the car tidy. As long as we keep it all tidy, keep the car pointed in the right direction when we accelerate. We've got DRS down this main straight. Let's keep it tidy. Close the door on him. And get the job done. Accelerate away. Check the mirrors. And we're pulling away nicely. You beauty! Alright, we gotta hold on to it. Don't celebrate just yet. That's counting your chickens before they've hatched. And I know, I play Farming Simulator. From tractors to F2 championships. We just got to keep it straight. Keep it calm around this. On the power when we need to be. No sending the car around early. We're opening up a bit of a gap so we can sort of cruise in now. Keeping it careful. Braking nice and early. Get the car turned in. And get onto the main straight. You beauty! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Callie,
Oh.
that was amazing. Congratulations.
I'm sweaty.
You're the champion.
I'm sweaty armpits, and it's winter. Yeah, it's winter in my house, and I'm sweating.
Callie Mayer, get used to the name. She has her whole career ahead of
Ah,
her.
drink it up.
And this is just the beginning. She's done it, as many predicted she would. A star is born. Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
Historic. Well, I mean, someone had to be the first. But I just hope that this shows that talent can get you as far as money.
What about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
I feel like Jenna just won.
Kelly,
No one's been able to talk to her.
Woman in motorsports. We're sure everyone wants to know.
I don't know, John. What's it like being a man in journalism?
Oh,
Next question.
zinger. Not.
Hot-headed. Yes, for sure, for sure. But you know, that's kind of what you need in a driver. Let's not forget that Callie taking the championship was a big deal. You know, for the sport, but really for everyone.
And for you? How did you feel?
It was one of the proudest moments of my career. It was the first time I mentored anyone. Yeah. I was a little sad to be moving on.
So, had you already told Callie about your new job?
Yes, of course. And I told her, you know, how I wished that I could take her with me. But she understood.
And Aidan, had you told him?
No, he was too busy.
Busy?
Preparing to tell the team that he was leaving Connorsport.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh dear.
Thank you for coming. I know Aidan had something he wanted to say, but first I have a matter I would like to address formally. It is no secret that I have been spread a little thin this season. I mean, I own the team, I run the team, it's a lot, okay?
Yeah, it would be.
Which is why I will be stepping away from the principal role next season. I'll still be pushing Connorsport Racing to be the brand we know it can be, whilst the new principal will be laser focused on performance and results.
Ooh.
And we have already found the man to step into
Okay,
that
I
role.
reckon it's Ackerman.
Casper.
It is. The man himself. From driver to team principal. Only in a couple of years.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is a big step up for me. I'm really looking forward to see what next season brings. It's truly an honor to be on board.
How's Aiden going to feel
Sorry
about that?
for the dramatic nature of the announcement, okay? Humor the man who pays you. We all look forward to working with Casper, yes? Good.
Oh, and Aiden's
Then let
moving
us
on.
continue. Aiden, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah,
The
what are you
floor
going to
is
say,
yours.
Aiden?
No, it's nothing. I just wanted to say, thank you, everybody, for all your hard work this year. And I'm really looking forward to next season, especially with Casper at the helm.
Oh, look at Devin's like, oh, whatever, mate. How quickly Aiden flips his lid. Oh, Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, this is the first race, is it? Chapter 7, 2023, and a fresh start. While the 22 season exposed them to learn harsh realities of life as a team on the F1 grid, Connorsport's Butler Global Racing team looks set to bounce back with a newly invigorated team, now helmed by fan favourite and former driver, Casper Ackerman.
Did Casper being around affect you going into the 23 season?
I have bigger things going on than Casper.
Do you have any regrets about 2023? Anything you'd have done differently?
No, I'm in a good place now. Besides, what's to regret about being the story of the season?
Oh, so I wonder if they're being interviewed at the end of the season. All right, news. He's back, and this time he's calling the shots. This time, however... Okay, righto. Oh, Dad's calling.
Dad!
Devon.
How's business?
Same as ever, hiring and firing. How's racing?
Oh, you know, ducking and driving.
You all prepared?
Of course, I've double-checked the strategy changes. I'm just going over my notes now. Everything's covered, just like always. They won't see me for dust.
Spoken like a true butler. Just remember, we've got a lot on the line this season.
Yeah, I know.
Dev, I'm serious. You're carrying this team, don't forget that.
Oh, no, he's not.
You keep signing these second-rate drivers. I can't do all the work.
Oh
Just
my God.
Remember where we'd be. Where you'd be if this were all to go belly up.
Just trust me, Dad. You've got nothing to worry about.
Devon, I mean it. If you don't bring your A game, it's back to the bottom of the pile. Do you really want that?
No. No, I don't.
Just keep it in mind. Now go out there and show me what you can do.
Already on it. I'll get you those points, Dad.
Good boy. Speak later.
I love how Davidoff tells Devon how he's the backbone of the team and how, you know, it wouldn't be for them. And then he quickly does a 180 and says, you need to bring your A game, otherwise it's back to the bottom of the pile. It's like he plays his own son, like, and his own son's an idiot anyway. He's full of himself, so he sort of deserves it a little bit. But yeah, absolute Muppet tree. Anyway, F123 is here. Been waiting months for this. A new racing season is the best part of this year. We should have the new vehicle model this year as well. The first race of the season, I'd like to congratulate everyone for working hard to get us there. La-di-da. From one old driver. Yep, okay, cool. Mark Presley, weekend review. Right. To Bahrain then, is it?
It's race day. It's
Ooh,
secure
here we
under
go.
the lights, and it's lovely to have you with us for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4.
Right.
Keep an eye out for
Thanks,
drivers
Crofty.
locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10.
It is tricky,
So with
actually.
the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso,
Right.
Russell,
Pretty
Perez,
standard
Hamilton,
looking.
Sainz, Stroll,
Yeah.
Ocon, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Jackson, Gasly, Tsunoda,
Where the heck's
Bottas,
Devon starting?
Butler, Sargent,
17?
Joe, Magnussen, De Vries,
God's
Magnussen.
sake, righto.
That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
I reckon it'll be getting the points somehow.
2023 Bahrain.
We're racing as
about to get
Devon,
going,
aren't
and I
we?
hope you've enjoyed the build-up just as much as we have.
Wait, we're doing a
Teams
full
are ready
race,
on the
are we?
grid. They're ready in the garages too, but in the commentary box alongside me, are you ready, Ant?
Of course I'm ready, Crofty. New season, new challenges for all of them out there, drivers and teams. I love this part of the year, Crofty. This is where it really kicks off, and you get to showcase all that hard work you've done through the winter months. Does it pay off?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? What does the 2023 season have in store for us? We're about to find out.
Oh, crikeys, I'm nervous. If we're doing a full race here.
Okay, Devon, it's
Holy
a brand new season, you know that, so let's start it as we mean to go on, okay? Okay, let's get out there, come on.
All right, well, let's check the race strategy here. We've got softs, mediums to softs, or we can go softs to hards. It's 14 laps. I'm thinking if we go this strategy here, can I edit that strategy? I think we need to extend the medium run there to at least 8 laps and then go 6 on the softs at the end. I think that's how we should do that. Fuel-wise, if it's 14 laps, we can take a bit of fuel out of the car, I reckon. Okay, let's try that. We've got primary objective here of finish in the top 5. Oh, good. And we're 17th. What's our bonus objective then? Oh, finish first? top 3 and get the fastest lap. Crap. Well, I'll tell you what, we got a great start. I'm going to go down the inside here and see how many places we can pick up. If we can get Norris here, that'd be fantastic. There's a bloody Williams there. Albon. Well, good start from us. A little bit of argy-bargy, but it was to be expected. Norris is trying to go up the inside. We're going to push him really tight. Take that line. He's given us a little hit. But we're all Gucci. Now we've got to get after this Williams here, which got a flying start. Get on the back of all these guys. Right, so I'm going to do a lot of concentrating in this game. It's going to be less talking in this. Well, maybe because I'm a talker. So I'm going to keep my talking probably to the main straights and really get down, knuckle down and focus. That's what we're going to need to do here. We do have a good strategy. So we made up a lot of good places. We've made up a lot of good places off that start, even though there was a little bit of argy-bargy to be expected when you've got to push for such a goal like this. I wouldn't normally do that in a normal race, but with such a lofty goal bonus, we have to do something here. So our race is going to come to us at the end here when we're on the better tyre. Just remember that. We're going to use a bit of ERS here just to keep Norris off our back just a little bit. Let's see if we can climb on the back of this Williams here of Albon. Don't forget the AI are on the red tyre in front of me, so they have got the better tyre in terms of traction at the start here, but their tyres will fall off a lot quicker than ours.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Now, I will be honest with you, gang, I'm going to get a lot of foot fatigue today. Being 14 laps, and you know me, I've got that injured foot. So if I spin out and I have to do a rewind, I'm going to use it if I have to. This is a very throttle modulation circuit with a lot of slow corners like this one just here, where you have to be really cautious on the pedal. And that's really hard for my foot, being full of metal and really sore. I'm going to do my best to not use it. Okay, we need to get Albon here because we need to climb on the back of these other cars. Albon is dropping away from them. And we need to be... Sorry, Albon, I didn't mean to hit you, buddy, but... That was a little bit dirty, but he brake checked me as well. He actually stopped on the apex then, so that wasn't actually my fault. So he actually was in the wrong there, I reckon. Right, let's use a bit of ERS now to get down the straight. We need to get on the back of signs ASAP. Yeah, so I don't feel bad about the Williams there. He actually stopped mid-apex. Right, let's get after it now. We've got to climb on the back of signs here so we can get Alonso. There's our objective, just up the road, Alonso. Being really cautious, but at the same time, we've got to do the most we can to climb on the back of these guys. I think the middle sector that we're in now is where I'm going to make most of my time up against the AI. We seem to be running a lot of wing on this car by the feel of it. And we seem to be really good under brakes. Use a bit of ERS now. We've got DRS engaged. This is going to help us down the main straight. If we can maintain the second gap. Oh, a bit late under brakes there, but get on the power. Use a bit of ERS to get up the hill here, and we need to stay within a second of signs to get on this main straight. Certain corners I can get on the throttle early, other corners I cannot. Alright, I don't want to burn all my ERS here. On the brakes early, roll the car through, get on the pedal nice and early. Use a bit of ERS now. and DRS down the straight. And we've just done the quickest lap. Oh, there you go. So we might get Sainz into turn 1 here. And we are, in fact. He's very, very lazy under brakes, so Sainz. So Russell's our next man. And then, oh, Sainz is coming back. We'll push him to the inside and we'll take the best racing line here. We'll leave a bit of racing room. We don't want to get punted. We'll say goodbye to Sainz now. That should be the end of Sainz. Let's crack on. Russell and Alonso, there's our targets. I can't believe we've already got a fastest lap. I reckon that'll get taken by someone else at some point. We're doing pretty good though. This is a good start. I will disclaimer, if I do spin out, don't be mad at me if I do a rewind. Alright, we lost a bit of time there. We lose time going up the hill all the time, and I reckon it's because we've got a lot of aero on this car. So I'm going to burn a bit of ERS out of here. Try and stay on the back of Russell, just so we can get DRS down the straight. I need these guys to pull me down the straight. And if I can pull a gap on Sainz so he drops out of DRS, that'd be lovely as well. Right, let's do a lap of concentration now to see what we can come up with. Almost lost the back end there, coming out of turn 1. Alright, lap of concentration, listen to the engine, watch the racing, and enjoy. Ouch, I didn't mean to do that. The AI just seemed to turn in on you in the corners. Here we go, concentration.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
All right, and we got Russell on that last one. Not going to get Alonso this one. These guys, their soft tires are going to be going off soon, though, I would imagine, if not already. So we are on the better tire at the moment, I would think. Really getting on the back of these guys. I tell you what, podium's not out of the question for us. Bit of aero wash out there on the front end. We might get Alonso here if we get good traction. Get him under braking. Just push him out, Alonso. See you later, buddy. There's our first objective. All right, let's go, gang. Let's get this. Now we're going to be going onto the better tire at the end, remember. So we are going to be on a good strategy towards the end. We need to climb on the back of Hamilton here going into this set. Come on, get that within, use the DRS, get it within a second. That's beautiful. We've blown Alonso out past the seconds. So Alonso lost the DRS on us. We got DRS on Hamilton.
We've moved into P4. Good work.
Oh, we went a bit long there, so apologies. I'm surprised we even got a front wing left. I might just make sure that
Aiden's
repair
in the
wing.
pits. Aiden in the pits.
No, don't repair the front wing. Right, let's climb on the back of Hamilton again here. If we can get another position, that'd be fantastic. I didn't mean to run up the back of Hamilton. Once again, I can come in deeper than these guys can in braking, but they just seem to brake really heavy, really early. And I can really roll the car through a lot better than they can. All right, let's see if we can get Hamilton going into the last turn and going into the pits be in front of him. You can see Hamilton's tyres have really gone off a cliff here. And we're going to get him going into the second to last turn, the penultimate turn. Use a bit of ERS down the straight. We will gain a little bit more back in the pit stop. Oh, it's not our pit yet either. All right, must be pit stop next, is it? All right, gotcha. I can't believe we got in front of Hamilton and we've still got another lap up our sleeve. I can't believe that's first place right there, but even though it's not really first place because a lot of the other cars are in the pits, like Verstappen I think would be leading, is he? But if we can get if we can get a Red Bull here, that'd be amazing. Whoa! I had to take avoiding action there on Perez and inadvertently overtook him. I literally, once again, could stop and roll the car a lot better than the AI. And, bit of wheel spin there. We've got to be careful. All right, well, that's a really good in-lap. The AI is struggling on their softs. And we're able to capitalize with our mediums. Under braking, that's where they're struggling by the look of it. And we're about to go into the best tyre for the end of the strategy with only, what, 5 to 6 laps left? Here comes Perez coming back at me now, but... Here we go. They'll be coming in behind me. Oh, I don't think I got that. Luckily, I got like a pit assist on because I struggle with the actual pulling into the pits. But I don't have pit assist on here. This is all coming down to timing. Let's go. Ah, we got it. We nailed it. Purple. Beautiful. Let's get out. Let's get out before these guys. Let's go. Let's go. Right, yes. Let's go. Yes. Come on. Now, let's see where these other cars are coming out.
We're happy with that one.
Here they go. The other cars are going to be screaming down the pits here, surely. No way we're coming out in first. No way we are in first. What? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Don't bin it, Ham. We've got it all to lose out here now. Devin Butler in the lead of the opening race from 17th. And we still hold the fastest lap. I'm thinking we'll go quicker than that with this set of tyres. And now we've got a... Wow, Perez is on the hards too. Oh, we've got a slow start out of there, but I just want to be cautious. If I can open up over a second and drop Perez out of the DRS zone, that'd be really good. We should definitely have the tyre life up our sleeve to utilise. I can't believe Perez went to hards. I think that's a mistake. Although he is on the back of it, so let's use a bit of ERS now. Let's start opening up a gap. I'm going to try and really concentrate this next lap. We're going to take a lap to concentrate now. ERS down the straight, because he will have DRS. And I'm going to concentrate going into turn 1, so hang on board this time. No talking.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Amazing what the old concentration can do for the noggin, right? And we still fastest lap back with a 1:34.7 without DRS. Far from over though. My biggest enemy is myself, my concentration, and the ability to get out of these slow corners without spinning the car. We've opened up a nice gap though to Verstappen, who's going to be hard after us here shortly. Let's not make no mistake about it. Verstappen is a quick driver. Two more laps to go after this one. So we want to be charging that battery for defensive purposes, because our tyres will start to drop off on the last lap. So I need all the battery charge I can get for the last lap. At the moment, we're still okay. Still opening just a touch of a lead. Big race though, gang. Big race. All right, 2.7 is the gap. Oh, 2.9. We might be all right though, you know. We've still, oh no, we've got 2 laps after this one. Because you count 13 and then 14. So I really need to be careful here. If I lose, it's because I lose it myself, spinning the car.
Got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
We've definitely overfueled the car. 3.4 seconds the gap now. And I'm not exactly pushing hard. I'm trying to take it as easy as I can out of the corners to avoid spinning the wheels and burning the tires up. So really trying to avoid loss of traction through these turns. It's been a bit of a scrappy race with some of the overtakes, but not normally what I would do in a regular race given the circumstances though, and what the game wanted me to do. So we know our pace can be in the mid 134s. You can see I'm lapping a whole second quicker on most laps on average just because I'm trying to do some tyre saving. But there we go right there. There's a bit of a kick. And we would have lost a bit of time there. I lost a few tenths then. About 6 or 7 tenths then. Just lack of concentration. Wheels starting to get a little bit old. I know where my strengths lie on this track though now after a few laps, so I've got to use my strengths to my advantage and be cautious on the ones that aren't my strengths. Really take it easy when I have to. Alright, here we go. That was one of those corners where I start to lose a bit of traction, by the way. We lose a lot of speed up this hill too to the AI. I think we're still alright for this lap. But watch the AI start to eat into my time on this last lap, as they will be using everything. They'll be using all their ERS to try and catch me. And they're already, well, they already just had it down to 2.9. All we have to do is point the car on the right direction, straighten it up and accelerate, and we're home and hosed. Here we go, gang. The final lap of the race.
Okay, this is your final lap.
We do have ERS up our sleeve, by the way, so we are all right. First corner is one of the most difficult. It dips and dives here and there. It's off camber, and then you got that sharp left-hander there where you can really unsettle the car and lose a lot of traction. One of my favorite corners right here. You can get a really nice fast flow, but it's easy to lose the rear end if you lay the traction down too early mid-corner. A nice little fast flip-flop section here going down the hill into the hairpin where we can make a lot of time up. This is where we get to our fastest part of the actual track for our car.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Up and over the crest here into a hard braking zone that cambers off to the right with a sharp left hairpin style corner. Easy on the traction, short shifting up the gears to get yourself the best traction out of there possible. Into the long back straight down here where we start to make the uphill climb. Hitting that little apex there, not to be on the throttle too early, but gradually climb up, picking the gears. Don't want to touch that inside curb on the right or it will throw the car off and you will spin it around. Bit of curb there, accelerating nicely out of the corner. Onto the last bit of back straight, into the last turn here. This is an off-camber turn, right-hand turn, where it does dip down. You don't want to take too much inside curb there. You don't want to take too much outside curb on the throttle. You can see the AI really closed up the gap there on us. But we come home for the victory. You beauty! Bonus objectives, everything done. That was intense, gang.
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So
Hope you enjoyed my last lap talk through of how I go through the lap there.
Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
Thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that's...
I can't believe that. I can't believe we came out of the pits in first.
We'll be hoping that this season is better than his last.
That is mental. I can't believe I lasted a whole race on my foot then.
To the podium, our
Devin
top 3
Butler.
drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Oh, we're never going to hear the end of it now, are we? We are never going to hear the end of this. Oh, Devin Butler, take a bow, champion. Absolutely stonking race from 17th. A little bit argy-bargy, yes. But the FIA didn't ping us, so we're okay. Devin Butler takes his debut victory up there with Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, a couple of the greats. Natalie, what do you got for us?
What a start to the season, Devin. You must be happy with that performance.
All right, we've got to talk exactly like Devin here. I've got to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greatest. This season, I get to drive a car that works and I smash it. It just comes so naturally to me.
Yeah, it just comes so naturally to me. I don't really think anything of it.
Oh, God, the cringe.
I'm not saying it wasn't impressive. I mean, you seem impressed. I'm sure others do too. And Rightfully so.
This is hard to
I'm
listen
just
to.
saying that it was actually pretty easy for me today.
Well,
Vomit.
you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Now, Devon wouldn't typically say he's got an attitude problem. He would say that in a roundabout way. He'd use a lot of terms to say he's got an attitude problem, but he would say something like, Aiden is too serious, you can't have any fun with him. That's more of a Devon line. I think we could be good friends, but he ignores me. No, I think this one here. Aiden is too serious, you can't have fun with him.
Yeah, fine. Look, the main difference between me and Aiden is I know how to take a joke. I personally want him to perform at his best. But whenever I try to give him just a little friendly advice, he takes it so personally. I mean, he is a very difficult man to have a conversation with. He's all right, you know, he's cool, but he's very serious.
That's very Devon.
Surprised everyone by appointing Casper Ackerman as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
Oh, we are going straight for the bottom line. I wanted more fiery, passionate character for the team principal. Having Casper back is comforting, like an old pair of shoes. The past is the past. I'm sure he's thankful to have me, is a very Devon answer.
I think he's going to do a terrific job, you know? Mainly because he's got me on his team, so he can't go too far wrong. Now, I'm sure he's incredibly thankful to have me as a driver.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
Making Connor Sports the best team we can. That's not a very Devon answer. Impressing Davidoff? No, he wouldn't say that about his dad, I don't think. Making Casper laugh. I'm just going to go with making Connor Sport the best team we can be. Those other two is kind of rubbish ones.
I'm making it my personal mission to make a success of Connor Sport. And by the end of the season, you're all going to be saying what a wonderful team we are and how great a season we've had. And if you're doing that, then I'll consider it a job well done.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's not a bad response. It's the way he says it, though. Oh, Devon. Devon. Hard to listen to that man talk.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season.
The Connor Sport's got a real chance. Casper on board, you driving like that. Let's get the pass behind us.
A fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Huh, Jackson. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Nice one.
Oh no! Season just gone.
The 2023 season was completely different for Connor Sport.
How so?
Well, the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
All right. A lot to take away from that one. Just when you think they're about to bury the hatchet, Devon's off in fairyland. I don't know if Devon's got a bit of a hearing problem. And could this be the reason why he said check the comms because I never got the message? He's either got a really bad bout of tinnitus or he's going deaf. That's what it seems like. Or he's got just really bad concentration levels. But that was hilarious. Jackson's trying to bury the hatchet, comes up, and Devon says, thanks, mate, gives him his rubbish, and oh, you couldn't, like, I mean, it is scripted, but you are like, just well done. That's for two characters to be like that. Amazing. Right, let's check the news here. There'll be a lot in the news. The Bahrain roundup and Righto. Oh, Dad's calling.
Yeah, what is it?
Now that's how a butler takes care of business.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Carrying the team, Devon, as well as the butler name. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, went well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what those clowns Ackerman and Connor have to say.
Yeah.
Hmm? You okay, Devon?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm, just adrenaline, Dad. I really pushed it out there today, you know, I just need to simmer down a bit.
Of course you do. Let's talk later. I'll be in meetings, but call me whenever you like. I'm proud of you, son. Let's just make sure today's result isn't just a one-off. Eh?
Yeah. All right. Ciao.
There it is, Davidoff. True colors coming out. Let's see what those jokers, Ackerman and Connor, have to say now. True colors starting to fly through of old Davidoff. But, yeah, so something's on Butler's mind here, Devon's mind here. He's a bit off on that phone call too. You'd think he'd be all, oh yeah, Dad, I was the greatest. But yeah, seemed to be really off in that conversation. The Ackerman effect, ever since it was announced that Casper was appointed team principal at Connorsport, the F1 could not help itself speculating how he would take to the role. No one could doubt his credentials as a driver, but could he really run an F1 team? Plenty were skeptical, but the early signs are promising, right? And so on and so on. You can pause it and read these things if you want to. Go on. He's back, and this time he's calling the shots. Yeah, we're talking about Casper, and a lot of stuff there. Let's see what they say in the socials. Ackerman clearly had a word first. Devon, Butler's on fire. Wow, Devon, the Demon Butler. Don't think I've ever seen him drive like that. Thanks, Soph Jensen. And Wheel Guy. Yep, okay. Beep, beep. Shark. Yeah, everyone's saying the same thing. Right. Technical Terry thinks some of the team were definitely holding back in testing unless they managed to just go magically find a whole heap of performance down the back of the sofa. That's exactly what we did. Devon says Ackerman should be incredibly thankful to have him as a driver. First job for Ackerman, tame that Butler ego. That's yeah, I can see Ben saying that. All right. Couldn't ask for more from Butler today. First place and the fastest lap to boot. What a turnaround for Connorsport. Yep, we did it. We did it, gang. And what have we got in the emails? Casper says, I'm humbled. I knew Connorsport were good, but that was something else. I'll have much more to say at the debrief and to each and every department in turn, but we are firing on all cylinders. Oh, come on now, boys. Could you slow down a little next time? I'm still settling in and I couldn't keep up. Seriously, thank you. I've got a lot of people looking over my shoulder right now, and you both just made my life much easier. Right. And Kyle, hey, Dev. Looks like I'm not going to have to get legal involved after all. The insurance are happy to pay the claim for the damage to the bodywork, and there's a specialist over in Barnes willing to take it on. It'll take a few months, but at least we can get it sorted. I need a decision on what to do with the builder. So what happened there? The owner, he didn't even know you were. It looks like he might have been with a personal car or something. Anyway, that is it for today's episode, gang. I hope you've enjoyed it. Holy moly, I'm going to ice bath my foot now. It is absolutely rinsed after 2 big races, so I hope you enjoyed those. That was a big couple of races and a big lot of developments in the storyline, so stay tuned for the next episode. I'll try and get them out when I can. I'm having internet troubles at the moment. If you've caught up with any, I've been trying to do some live streams. If you haven't, come over to the Discord and you can stay up to date with all the latest on our Discord channel. And please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribe. Come and join out in the fun. And I'll see you guys very soon for some more F1 and some more games. Bye for now from Van Ham and Hank. Get out of here.